Order issued for Area 51. Yes, that spot near Las Vegas, famous for extraterrestrial conspiracy theories.
Area 51 refers to a map location and is the popular name for a United States Air Force base. It is at Groom Lake, a dry lake bed in the Nevada desert, 85 miles north of Las Vegas. What goes on inside is extremely secret. Members of the public are kept away by warning signs, electronic surveillance, and armed guards. Here are the 10 things you didn't know about Area 51. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now let's get into it.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Do you want to learn the secret of improving all aspects of your life and unlocking what you're really capable of? The legendary Bob Proctor spent over 57 years learning this one thing and is hosting a free webinar where he reveals what he's learned and what actually works. He'll teach you the law of compensation, a secret only the mega wealthy know of but not taught in our educational system, and the impression of increase, the law of laws that will increase areas in all aspects of your life, whether it be in health, relationships, or wealth. Right now, the first 200 people to use the link below will get access to this free webinar. Now, let's get back to the video.
Number 10. Whistleblower Bob Lazar. Most people have heard about Area 51, the top secret military research base in the Nevada desert that's been at the heart of extraterrestrial lore for decades. But outside the community of UFO enthusiasts, fewer people know about Bob Lazar, the researcher and government whistleblower who literally put Area 51 on the map. Lazar came forward to the media in 1989 with a story about how he'd work as a military researcher to reverse engineer technology from recovered alien spacecraft. His explosive account generated headlines around the world and permanently affixed Area 51 in the imaginations of sci-fi fans who were entranced by his story and in the real-world passions of a generation of flying saucer investigators who wanted to either verify or debunk his claims. To believers and skeptics alike, Lazar is almost a mythological figure. A man who reluctantly spoke up out of fear for his safety, became the public face of the search for aliens and high-level government secrecy, then retreated after details about his personal life and questions about his scientific credentials became fodder for news coverage. Number 9. Area 51's existence wasn't officially acknowledged by the U.S. government until 2013. Despite years of denying the existence of Area 51, the CIA, in response to a Freedom of Information request from the National Security Archive, has finally confirmed that the Nevada base exists and that it is indeed named Area 51. Although it was chosen as a site to test aircraft in 1955, the government did not acknowledge that Area 51 even existed until 2013. According to CNN, maps and other documents created by the CIA were released thanks to Jeffrey T. Richelson, a senior fellow at the National Security Archives, who was granted access to the documents under the Freedom of Information Act. Unfortunately, the papers made no mention of little green men running around the facility. Number 8. Why Area 51 is called Area 51 is still unknown. The infamous legend of the real Area 51 took flight in 1954 when President Eisenhower assigned the United States Air Force the task of tracking down a remote and highly concealed location for aircraft training and testing. They found it in the middle of nowhere, deep in the rugged deserts of Nevada. This area, named as a reference based on its geographical location, was given the moniker Area 51. Encyclopedia Britannica says that one for certain uncertainty about the zone is its name. Like everything else involving the site, the theories are out there. A video published by Business Insider suggests the name stems from the location proximity to nuclear test sites that were divided into numerically designated areas. Up until now, no information has been gathered on why Area 51 is called such name. Number 7. You cannot access Area 51. If you look on the map, you can find Area 51 just 3 hours north of Las Vegas. But in terms of finding Area 51 while walking or driving, well, good luck on that one. Considering it's a testing facility for the U.S. Air Force, it's heavily guarded with men with guns, fenced off, and has control systems everywhere protecting the land. That doesn't sound like the most exciting job. However, they are always on high alert since the secretive area gets so much attention.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Have you ever wondered how to end procrastination and self-sabotage so you can unleash your full potential to live the life you deserve? #1 best-selling author and high-performance coach Peter Sage is hosting a free webinar where he'll teach you how to increase your wealth with less time and struggle, and also how to hyper-boost your growth and success so you can finally break out of any rut you find yourself in. Right now, Peter and his team are offering a free $100 gift to anyone who doesn't find his webinar as the best use of their time within the last 5 years. Now, let's get back to the video.
Number 6. Area 51 personnel travel to their workplace via plane. An estimated 1,000 to 1,500 government employees and military personnel work on the base each day, though if you were to set up surveillance on the nearby roads, you'd never know it. Despite the base bustling with activity, not a single car ever enters or exits the remote location. Instead, every employee flies in and out of work aboard plain-looking airplanes from McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. Janet Airlines, as they're called, operates a small fleet of Boeing 737-600 jets with their own terminal at McCarran. The planes, which sport no airline name or logo, are fairly easy to pick out of a crowd thanks to their white paint adorned with telltale red stripe down the side. Janet also operates 2 Beechcraft 1900s and 3 Beechcraft 200Cs, also painted white, but dressed up with blue stripes rather than red. Number 5. Area 51 workers was once rebranded by military to actually move to the secret base. Back when Area 51 was branded an alien base where the U.S. Air Force was conspiring with aliens, the government tried to assure citizens it was just a training facility for aircraft. They stated that Area 51 was so safe that its workers could actually live on base, which is when they brought in rows of trailers for its military members to live in with their families. To make the area sound more enticing for other military members who didn't necessarily want to live in the middle of the desert, they called it Paradise Ranch. Number 4. Area 51 is big. With a testing facility, runways, and a lake, Area 51 is pretty massive, surrounded by incredibly guarded military folk. The base alone is around 6 by 10 miles. The area designated for restricted airplanes is around 23 by 25 miles long, and Groom Lake, which is mainly dry, being in the desert and all, is around 4,400 feet. Due to the sheer size of the facility and the grounds, it makes sense that so many are wondering what in the world the military is doing at Area 51. Number 3. UFO at Area 51. The desert base, which is entirely off-limits to civilians, has long been at the center of a conspiracy among alien fans and ufologists, people who hunt for UFOs. Somewhere amid Area 51's vast desert acreage, they believe is a heavily guarded underground lab where the government keeps and studies captured alien aircraft, and possibly even aliens themselves. This belief that Area 51's military base is a cover for alien research has been fully mythologized by pop culture over the years, becoming an entrenched part of alien lore. Number 2. Secrecy yields conspiracy. Many of the conspiracy theories that surround Area 51 are the result of the government's need to keep the base secret. The alleged UFO may have been just a nuclear renaissance balloon, but the Air Force didn't want the public to know much about their spy capabilities either. Many of the alleged UFO sightings around the base were known by Air Force officials to be U-2 test flights, which flummoxed hobby and commercial pilots because they flew so high above regular air traffic, according to declassified CIA history. Air Force officials obfuscated what was going on with statements about natural phenomenon and high-altitude weather research. Number 1. Former Area 51 employees who were sworn to secrecy about what happened in Area 51 are opening up about their work there. Newly revealed stories about people who used to work in Area 51 shed light on a site still shrouded in mystery. After nearly 5 decades, guys like James Noss finally get to tell their stories about Area 51. The one that gets brought up when people talk about secret Air Force projects, crashed UFOs, alien bodies, and of course, conspiracy. Noss, 72, and his fellow Area 51 veterans around the country now are free to talk about doing contract work for the CIA in the 60s and 70s at the arid, isolated Southern Nevada government testing site. The veteran stories provide a glimpse of real-life government covert operations with their everyday routines and moments of excitement. In the 1960s, Area 51 was a test site for the A-12 and its successor, the SR-71 Blackbird, a secret spy plane that broke records at documented speeds that still have been unmatched. The CIA says it reached Mach 3.29, about 2,200 miles per hour at 90,000 feet. Advance warnings to ufologists. Sorry, although Noss and other Area 51 veterans say they saw plenty of secret stuff, none make claims about aliens. What among these Area 51 facts intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue giving you the best contents. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.